It's my pleasure to welcome in the head coach of the Worland Warriors, Ron Overcast, who has the Warrior soccer program continuing to roll along. And Coach, first of all, you just come off an actual snowstorm win last night in Cody after an unbelievable effort. You're off to a 6-0 start this year. Kind of describe this group this year, because I know each season's kind of different.
Yeah, that every team is different, and this team, they're pretty special. You know, they just watching them last night, they're very resilient. You know, we were down 1-0 at halftime, and in the huddle, they were all saying, it's just a little bit of adversity. Everybody stay calm. We're going to be fine. And, they went out in the second half and grabbed the lead really early. And that's just the way they are. They know how to win games, and they're never going to give up, and they're just going to keep grinding right to the end.
What has it been with this program in your tenure with just the success you've had? What do you attribute that to?
Well, I attribute it to a lot of things. We have great community support here in Worland. We got everybody's pulling in the same direction, and I got a great coaching staff. I'm really lucky. Coach Davila, he's an excellent coach. Coach Kraft, he works with our keepers. We just get a lot of great community support. If we got, players, ex-players will come out and help with practice. But we got, parents are, they're supporting us, the administration's supporting us, and we got everybody just pulling in the same direction, and it's been a fun ride here for everybody. Well,
and it doesn't hurt to have some good players along the way either.
and ultimately it boils down to the players, and they bought into the program, they bought into our culture. And, we've been really blessed for the past 5 years to have some really good soccer players come through this program.
So is it a sense of these guys kind of building off each other year by year almost?
Yeah. We have a culture in this program that is all about hard work, and especially in practice. And, it's up to the upperclassmen to show our incoming freshmen how we do things. And the players have been great, and they bought into that, and they try to model that every day around the younger players. And so, which you have to keep that culture to continue down the road, because unfortunately they graduate, and you got to rely on, those younger players. They've got to see what it takes to win. And this senior class this year has done a great job with that, and the juniors have too.
We'll talk a little bit about some of your guys that you feel have just been instrumental in kind of keeping things heading in the right direction and keeping you guys at the top of 3A boys soccer.
Well, for this year, we got a bunch. I don't do so much captains. I really have bought into, and we talk a lot. We have leadership meetings about a leader in every locker. And even if you're a freshman, you can find your role. Teams need multiple different types of leaders. We don't need just a bunch of enforcers that are out there yelling at everybody. We need people who are, can take a deep breath and work with the young kid, educate them on how to do things. You need that positivity. You need leaders that can, bring together the little different cliques that just happen, in high school and stuff. So that's the way we really approach it. And I always ask them, what type of leader do you see yourself being? And a lot of kids haven't ever thought about that. But I do truly believe that every kid on the team can be a leader one way or the other. And, they just got to find that role and adopt it. And I think that really helps with the culture. This year, Jory Anderson he's been outstanding in the games, in practice, being a leader. He's been very vocal, very encouraging to everybody. Cole Venable, he's out there leading us on the field and stuff. Jackson Wassam, one of our outside backs, I mean, he's got a motor that never stops, you know, and that's pretty much the type of leader he is. He's an energizer guy, and, you know, always a lot of energy, practicing hard. Court Gonzalez, he's just a beast. He's quiet, but he leads by example out there. And I mean, he's had an outstanding season too so far. And but like I said, it's really more of a group effort of, you know, everybody finding their role. And when we step out on the field, is just everybody doing their job. And that's the main thing.
Obviously, you've had a lot of success here in the last few seasons. What type of style do you try and kind of get these guys to play? How would you describe how this group kind of plays? We've talked about the culture and their hard work, but what about the style? I mean, is there certain things that you have, you know, tried to implement with this group that has been that led to such success?
This group is pretty technical, and
okay.
We, especially at the beginning of the year, I think there was times we were just playing possession soccer to play possession soccer. We really worked hard on them getting their heads up and playing the ball in behind teams once in a while here. And we've gotten better at that the past 2 or 3 weeks. But I think overall we are more of a possession type team this year. We do have the ability to move the ball around and get the ball switched. You know, I mean, after the game last night with Cody, I was just talking to Court about we might have to make a few tweaks in our midfield with the way they defended this last night, and you know, but that's the great part about this team, and I really like versatile players that you can just plug in wherever, and this group is doing a really good job with that. And, you know, halftime last night we made a couple of just little tweaks, and they paid off. But that goes back to the kids. They're versatile. You know, they're paying attention in practice. Maybe we don't spend time practicing a particular situation where we're going to move you to a different spot, but they're paying attention in practice. And so it's really not a problem for them to move positions or something if we need to in the game. And, you know, like I say, big part of this, just these players, they're so coachable that, and they soak up this information and they go out there on the field and they have fun. I mean, last night, I think they had a ton of fun playing in that game. It's a game that they're going to always remember with the snowstorm. But yeah, I mean, it's just a great group of kids, and you know, like they always say, great players make great coaches. And so, I mean, these guys are good, and yeah, they're the big reason why we've had the success that we've had.
So how do you feel they deal with having the target on their back, knowing you guys are the defending champ? You do have the streak going. I don't want to dwell on that, but how do they deal with that, do you feel?
We approach it, we try to approach it being 1-0 every day. Okay. That's a big thing for us. Even Monday when we go out to practice, we want to be 1-0. We want to have a better practice than the other 12 teams had that day. And so I try to just break it down for them. We're just focused on the moment. We're not looking ahead. We're not trying to live in the past. We're just on Monday, we want to be 1-0. We play Lander on Tuesday. We want to just be 1-0 at the end of the day. And so I think hopefully that helps them and not feel all the pressure of, yeah, we're the defending champs and we got this win streak. And because we don't talk a lot about that stuff. It's more about, let's just get better today.
Lastly, how do you continue to improve? Where are areas that you feel like you need to get better in here as you go over the next month to get you ready?
Well, I don't know if I want to tell everybody that, but
you don't have to be specific. I'm not trying to tell you to give away your game plan or anything.
We just got to keep working hard. That's the main thing. I mean, okay. You know, we spend a lot of time. we don't spend tons of. I mean, we spend at the beginning of practice. It's all about technical drills, and so, I mean, our first touches can always get better. You know, getting our head up and seeing the correct pass. I mean, we work on that stuff in practice all the time, and you know, we push them hard in practice and try to create the mental toughness that this team shows and in practice. But, you know, I mean, we're not going to make any huge overall changes. We just got to keep improving on the things that we do really well. And you know, we can be successful with that. But it's just a matter of getting out on the practice field every day and trying to get a little bit better. It's about getting 1% better every day. And that's the way we've been approaching this for 5 years now.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for your time. I will let you go, and best luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.